Well, good day, everybody. I think it's the 13th of April today, and I think it might be Wednesday. But don't go by what I say, because I don't know. Anyway, tonight, this afternoon, this evening, it's about 5 o'clock. I'm making supper, and so I got another recipe out of this fabulous, the Dirty Lazy Keto Cookbook. I'm not trying to sell it for anybody. If I hold it upside down, then you'll be able to read it there, upside down. The Dirty Keto, the Dirty Lazy Keto Cookbook. 100 affordable recipes, all less than 10 net carbs. Topless burgers. Birthday, cheesecake, stuffed party shrooms. Anyway, there's a lot of really great recipes in here. I just picked it up at the drugstore. It was, one of those impulse buys. It's those friggin' magazine racks and the books there. Magazines don't attract me, but the books do. The cookbooks especially. I love reading cookbooks. So I took a recipe out of it, and it's called... It's just a minute, I gotta find it now, because it's pretty funny. Oh, I thought it was funny. Oh, they got so much great recipes. It's on page 79. It's called Barack Obama Cheese Soup. So Barack Obama has had a soup named after him. But they called it Brock. B-R-O-C, because you're supposed to put broccoli in it. I didn't have broccoli, so I put cauliflower in it. I put 8 cups of chicken broth in it. I put 1 large head. It calls for 2, but I put 1 large head of cauliflower, chopped into bites. I put in a bunch of garlic, chopped up garlic. I put in actually about a half a cup. It called for a 1/4 cup of heavy cream. I put in half a cup, and then I put in a can of really good coconut milk. And so coconut milk is 2 carbs per 60 mils. But you know what? When you're making a great big soup, it doesn't matter. Oh, that's my egg circle thing. It doesn't matter if you use, So anyway, I put in a whole can of that, because you're not going to sit down and eat the whole freaking pot. So really, you're only getting maybe 1 or 2 carbs from the coconut milk. And you do need to have some carbs to get by the way. But it needs to be more of a I call it a macro keto diet, where I'm paying attention to all the nutrients that I need and keeping it healthy and sort of raw, like stuff that I can cook in my home and hasn't been pissed around with in the store or at the factories. So 8 cups of chicken broth. I put in a head of cauliflower. I put in probably 2 tablespoons of crushed garlic and oil. And I put in a half a cup of heavy whipping cream. And I also put in a can of the coconut milk. It's Thai Kitchen. And I find it's the best for me. I like it. And so what I've done is, and I added some salt. Instead of using just table salt, I used my Himalayan pink salt, because I really like it. And I'm a firm believer that it's not salt that hurts you so much as it is the crap that folks put their salt on. So then what else did I do? Oh, it calls for black pepper, but not really. I got lots of spices in here instead of black pepper. I opted out for more of a East Indian Barack Obama cheese soup. Mine's a East Indian or Asian. Sorry if I'm offending anybody by saying that. Oh, you know what else is going to be beautiful in here? Coconut. Holy crap. See, I just like taking recipes apart and doing what I want to do with them. Now I gotta move that out of the way, don't I? You know what I can do, actually, before it sets off my smoke detector. Me too. I can't open that. I'm not tall enough. Just a minute, guys. Well, I'm not trying to be negative. I am tall enough. Mother, oh God. Oh, here we go. It's heavy. All right. So, then I decided that I wanted to, well, I tasted it with the original recipe and I wasn't too keen on it. So I thought, well, what things do I like the best? And so that's what I did, was I added my spices that I like the best. So I'll tell you what they were. I didn't put curry powder, probably a couple of tablespoons. You do it to taste, don't do it to measure. Paprika, onion powder. I put some chili in. I put curry in. Cumin, that's the other thing, cumin right there. And I put in my crushed garlic. Instead of garlic powder or garlic salt, I've got some nice fresh garlic that I crushed up. When I put the cauliflower in, I made the bisque, and then I used my brawn here. You know, the end is in the sink right now. To puree up the cauliflower, because my 5-year-old doesn't like cauliflower. But if I hide it, he has no idea that it's there. It's just a total texture thing, right? So, what the heck, I don't mind. I'm not going to make 2 different kinds of soup to accommodate that. So I pureed up, and that's what I did. I pureed up the cauliflower, I pureed up everything, and then I put the chicken in. I also, in with the chicken, when I cooked it in my cast iron frying pan, I used probably 2 tablespoons of the really thick cream that gets stuck to either the bottom or the top of the coconut, inside the coconut can. So I put that in with the chicken and cooked it up, and I put a few spices. I put some curry and butter in the cast iron frying pan. It's really good. So anyway, that's it. That's my dinner. This is dinner tonight. That's what it's supposed to look like, except I didn't have broccoli. Instead, this is what it looks like. And I've already tasted it. It's really good. There you go, folks. Thanks for joining me in my dirty kitchen. It's not dirty, my messy kitchen. We'll call it a messy kitchen. Listen, if any of you have got any advice on Christmas cactuses, I've had this Christmas cactus here for probably 30 years. Seriously. So I want to put it into a bigger pot because I'm sure it'll grow a hell of a lot bigger. I got that Christmas cactus from a gentleman that used to live at a nursing home that I worked in when I was like 18, 19 years old. I was a nursing assistant and a receptionist. And he used to come by and chat with me every morning. And then one morning he came up and he brought, it's okay, it's my water boiling. He brought with him a little piece of his Christmas cactus, a sprig of it, in some damp paper towel. And he said, "You take this home, dear, you plant it." Did he? No, it wasn't in paper towel. He had actually already planted it he had already done that. He had already rooted it and planted it in a little styrofoam cup. It was 30 years ago. We didn't know then what we know now. And that's the plant now. And I absolutely love it. That's my hibiscus. She says that with question in her voice because she's not a gardener. But she loves to garden. I have no idea what I like to do sometimes. I just like to do it. That is my avocado. That's my avocado tree. And this is my new avocado tree. And I don't understand why it's getting these brown tips. I think it has to do with the soil. Because they're indoor. I don't have bugs. So it has to be the soil. And there you go. That's it. Have a great day, folks, and be nice to each other.